So then my question would be, is the loans actually in a defaulted status? Now, the video that you responded under, and that was due to a glitch. We had student loan borrowers who were logging into their student aid account, and there was a defaulted banner that was popping up in their student aid account when they technically were not in default. These are borrowers who were either in a saved plan forbearance, who know that their loans, they were not required to make any payments, but they had that defaulted banner, and it was due to a glitch in the FSA system. Now, for your situation, and I'm not sure if you are in a forbearance, if you are enrolled in a saved plan, what the situation may be, but it's important that you know if the loans are technically in default. Is this truly an accurate default that is reporting on your credit reports? Because if it is not, then what needs to happen is you can dispute the information directly with the credit reporting agencies, contact your loan servicer about the information that's inaccurately reporting. So that way, they can fix that. But you have to go through the process, of course, to alert the furnisher. And you can do that directly through the credit reporting agencies because they have to send it over to the whoever's furnishing the default. If it's MOHELA, if it's Department of Education, if it's a debt collector that's connected with the Department of Education, when you dispute it through the credit reporting agencies, they send the information over to them about this information that is incorrect. Now, if it is truly a defaulted student loan, then we gotta rectify it. We gotta get that loan out of default because we know the Department of Education is starting the process. They're going to send out notices starting next week that they are going to start offsetting taxes and garnishing wages and SSI checks, things of that nature. So we want to get ahead of it. You can get out of default one of three ways if you are truly in default. And that will be 1, pay the loan off in full. 2, you can go through the rehabilitation process, meaning you'll make usually about 9 monthly payments over a 10-month period, usually a small dollar amount. When I was in default, I paid $5 a month for those 9 months, and then I was able to come out of the default status, and I was able to go into an income-driven repayment plan. Also, the defaulted record was removed from my credit report. So that's what will happen if you go into a rehabilitation. The defaulted record will be removed from your credit report after you complete the rehabilitation process, and that should last no longer than 10 months. The last step would be, or the last option would be to do a consolidation. You can consolidate the loans, meaning you'll take the loans that you have, consolidate them all into one. But what happens if you've already made payments or you've accrued that time towards forgiveness, you're going to lose that because you're opening up a new loan when you consolidate the loans. Also, that information, that record of default is not removed from the report when you do a consolidation. Now, if the information is reported inaccurately, like they mess up the late payment months or something like that, you can always dispute that information. But as far as the consolidation, that record of default will still remain. So it's best to just log into your student aid account and make sure that you're checking to be sure that the Department of Education checking your email, to be sure the department hasn't sent you notices of late payments and stuff like that, to make sure if it is truly just a glitch, they screwed up, or if you are truly and technically in default, so no other further collection efforts will happen. I hope that helps, and good luck.